Hello kids, welcome to today's class. Before we begin, I want to recommend that you go through your content page before watching this video. This video was made to help you understand your content page better. Now let's begin. We are going to be looking at basic operation of numbers in our first class. Basic operation of numbers as a branch of mathematics deals with addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division of numbers. So, this is a broad topic. We are going to be taking it one after the other. As you can see, addition, sign is plus, subtraction is minus, multiplication is times, and division is divide. So these four symbols are called the basic symbols of mathematics. It is very, very important we understand the use of these symbols. But first, we are going to begin with addition and subtraction of whole numbers. Now, let's look at examples on addition and subtraction of whole numbers. Every other information has been given on the content page. So we are going to see how addition and subtraction of whole numbers are done. Our first question is to find the sum of these numbers: 583,421, 54,513, and 4,083. So sum simply means to add. Now the first question has a solution like this. What is very important here is the arrangement. As you can see, the 54,000 that comes under the first number starts under the tens of thousand digit. In other words, when you are making your arrangement or you are doing your arrangement of the numbers, you must make sure the last digit of the number ends with the last digit of other numbers in the question. So this is what you get. You have a kind of slanted, arrangement. So you must be very careful while you are doing this arrangement. The last digits must be together, as you can see. Now, adding is not a very difficult thing. It means to count together. 1 plus 3 plus 3 gives a 7. 2 plus 1 plus 8 is 11. So we put down 1 and carry 1. 1 plus 4 plus 5 plus 0 is 10. So we put down a 0 and carry 1. 1 plus 3 plus 4 plus 4. That gives us 12. So we put down 2 and carry 1. 1 plus 8 plus 5 gives 14. So we put down a 4 and then carry 1. So that 1 is added to the 5 and that gives us a 6. So you can see this is not a very difficult thing to do. So our answer becomes 642,017. Now let's look at the second question. It says find the difference between 500,000 and 328,765. Difference here, difference is minus, or in other words, it means subtraction. So whenever you are asked to find difference, you would subtract. Now let's look at the solution to question number 2. Now this is what we have. Now according to the rule of subtraction, when you try to subtract one number from the other and it is not, you are not able to do that, that is to say the number you want to subtract from is smaller than the number you are subtracting from it, you borrow from the next digit. Now the situation we have here is the one of having zeros coming as the next digit. So now trying to subtract 5 from 0, we discover that 5 cannot be removed from 0 because 0 is smaller than 5. So we have supposed to borrow from this 0, but we cannot because the 0 is nothing. So we have to go straight to 5 to borrow. Now, when we get to 5, we borrow from 5, and what we have left is just 4. Now, we must take our time to know that this number 1 that we borrow from 5 will be placed in all the zeros to make it a 10. And when that is done, you have to borrow to the next digit. And so we are going to obtain 9 in all. 9 in all, like this. So we get a 9. We get a 9, and the last digit, we have a 10. We have what? A 10. Now if the last digit is 10, what we do next is to subtract 5 from the 10. And when we do that, we get a 5. Now we have 9 here, 6 taken away from 9, that gives us a 3. 9 is also there, so 7 taken away from 9, you get a 2. 9 is on top of 8, so 8 taken away from 9, you get a 1. 9 is also on top of 2, so 2 taken away from 9, you get a 7. Now finally, we have a 4 here remaining, so 3 taken away from 4, that gives us a 1. So you can see how we can deal with numbers with numerous zeros. Next, we are going to be looking at the question number 3. Question number 3. What is the value of 549,203 minus 668,315 plus 320,967? Now what you notice here in this question number 3 is if we attempt to subtract, the 668,000 something from this number, we will discover that it's going to result to a negative answer, and that could be a problem. So what do we do? Well, we simply follow the rule of BODMAS, which says that addition should be done before subtraction. So what we are going to do now is to deal with the plus and the number that comes after the plus, which is 320,967, and the 549,203. So we deal with the plus before the minus. Now let's go to the solution. Now you can see the arrangement for yourself. So the addition is done first. 3 plus 7 is a 10. Put down 0, carry 1. Well, 1 plus 6 is a 7. 2 plus 9 is 11. Put down 1, carry 1. 1 plus 9 is a 10. So we put down a 0, carry 1. So that 1 plus 4 plus 2 is a 7. Finally, 3 plus 5 is 8. Now we have 870,170. Lastly, we will do the subtraction. Now we bring the last number under the result of that addition. So we have 0 minus 5. You cannot do that, so you have to go to 7. You go to 7 and borrow from 7. And you put it right here to get a 10. And so 10 minus 5 is 5. Then 6 is left here, so 6 minus 1 is 5. Now you cannot subtract 3 from 1, so you borrow from 7. This 7. When you borrow from this 7, you bring it here. It becomes a 9. And when you do that, you take 1 from there and bring it here. And so you get 11. So 11 minus 3 is 8. So on where in the position of the 0, you now have a 9. So 9 minus 8 is 1. Here you have 6 remaining. So 6 minus 6 is a 0. Finally, 8 minus 6 is 2. Alright, so this is how we do this kind of mixed operation. So this kind of mixed operation where you have both addition and subtraction. Addition should be done first before subtraction. Now, finally, let's look at a question on word problems. The essence of word problem is to test our skill on the use of the basic operation symbols. We have done addition and subtraction, so let's see how we can put this to work. The question says 40,000 spectators were at a football match. 23,230 were men. 12,250 were women, and the rest children. How many children were there? The number of children were not given, so we have to find it. Now, one thing you notice is that when you say a number of persons are made up of men, women, and children, so when the men are removed and the women are also removed from the total, whatever you have left is what represents the children. So now let's see how we can do this. Now look at the setup here. The 40,000, which is the total, is written first. The number of men, 23,230, is written underneath it, so we can remove or subtract it. Now when you do this subtraction, just the way we have been taught to deal with zeros, you will get 16770. That is 16,770. That is what you get when you remove the number of men that were there. Next is the women, which is 12,250. So we also remove or subtract it from what we have, and that gives us 4,520. 4,520. Now, we have removed the men, we have removed the women from the total. And what we now have left is 4,520. So this is the number that represents the children. So once you have done this, it is very, very important you write in words or in a statement this result by saying, therefore, there were 4,520 children at the football match. This is what we call conclusion. So conclusion is very, very important at the end of the solution to every word problems. Thank you for watching this video. I urge you to go through your content page, answer the quiz questions that comes after. Then I'm very, very careful while answering the questions. Make sure you understand the question before you answer them. Bye.